Alrighty, I am going to do a terracotta pot with this mold, this IOD mold. This is one of their old ones. They are new and improved now. They have a little ridge on them to make, it's like it helps you to scrape it more level. But I wanted to use this design. This has already been painted with spray paint, but I'm going to put a chalk paint over it. So let's get going. I'm making a video too for YouTube. This is going to be like a kind of a cream. It's called Irish linen. I love these brushes. I am a Paint Pixie retailer. I don't have a big supply yet. I'm working with my old brand I'm using, but it's the same style and they are amazing. They hold more paint, and when you're doing something intricate, it will really get in the grooves. These are an investment, but they are so worth it. So I am going to start opening the first Thursday evening of the month, Thursday 6 to 8. My first Thursday is coming up. So I wanted to do an example of what I want you guys to come in and do. I haven't decided the price yet. If you have a terracotta pot that's not any bigger than this is the size I'm hoping for. You can bring your own pot, or I will have a few pots you can use. And it can be plastic, guys. You can do this with plastic. Okay, I'm gonna let this coat dry. Look how fast that was. I'm gonna dry it a little bit with the heat gun to speed things up. Go, go, go. Oh, I gotta plug it in. You can use a blow dryer, or you can just take some patience and let it dry. Okay. Well, it needs a little bit more. I was having my daughter and another worker help me paint one day, and I said, don't set this down on plastic because it's a heat gun. And I said, don't burn yourself. What do you think happened? My girl was doing something like this. I don't know who that would be like. She burnt herself and then set it down on the plastic cloth. It was a hot mess. Had to get all the plastic up there, and she's gonna have a pretty good scar, which she thinks looks cool, so okay. Okay, if you would be more patient, this second coat would really go on better. But I'm not, so it's not perfectly dry. This is chalk paint, it dries really fast, but if I'd be more patient, it would even have better coverage. But I'm gonna distress this, so I don't care. I'm gonna wet distress. I love to wet distress. It is less messy. I love it. It's fun. Somebody may come in to shop because I am open for business until 3. So if they do, I'll just put some still shots in this live video or something. Come back and do a second part. Probably come back and do a second part. This is going to be a long one. That's why I'm going to start making YouTube videos. Right up there, I've got my iPad going to try to make some YouTube videos, because I don't know how people watch lives for an entire project. I usually watch them later on a replay and fast forward to the parts I want. So YouTube I love because they cut it down to like 10 or 15 minutes and you can see in a 4-hour project, and I just love it. So I'm going to start making some YouTube videos. I don't know how well this one I'm doing up there is going. So this will be our first Thursday of August night, 6 to 8. And come over and we're going to put these molds on here, and you will not believe, and we're going to do stamps too. We're going to put some stamps on there. I forgot to figure out which stamp I wanted to use, but anyway. Okay, so that's good enough for me. So while this is drying, I'm going to make some molds. This, guys, I'm telling you, I am addicted to these Iron Orchid Design products. It is so stinking fun. So here's the air dry clay is what I'm using. I do have the Iron Orchid brand. This is just, I'll tell you, it is just Walmart. It seems to be working okay. All right, where is my mold I wanted to use? I have it out. Here we go. So what you do, you tear you some off and you work it a little bit. You don't want to work it too hard, because it'll get your body heat will make it too sticky. And if you do purchase these, I can mail out, or you can come to 217 West Main in Watauga and get them. You can put some cornstarch or powder in there with a paintbrush, or just, you know, fingers, however you want to do it. If it has a sticking problem. I haven't had a problem with that. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit hard to get out. So you literally just squish it in here. And you got to keep your air dry clay in a bag and covered so it doesn't dry out. This is a beautiful shape. You can put this on furniture. I haven't tried the molds on glass, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. This is my favorite. There's other things you can use. I heard the Eleen's brand is good, but this, I loved it because I did that free demo class where we did these, which you guys missed it. You went out of here with this for cute. Everybody did something different. It stuck them on there so fast, whereas some of them I used to use wood glue and you'd have to painter's tape it if it was on a vertical surface, and it took forever to dry. Let's do this. Okay. So anyways, you get it on there, get it filled in, and then if you see me missing in action, it's because I'm showing my iPad what I'm doing. My husband, I said, what would you have done if you wasn't, doing what you're doing now? And he said, a science teacher, because he's a science nerd. And he said, like he loved video and camera, and he's a computer nerd. So I'm like, oh, good, because I need you to start making me some edited videos. And yeah, so we're going to both be on a learning curve on how to do that. I hope I can get him to be in some of my videos. He's funny. People think he's intimidating and super serious. He's not. He's funny. Okay, so there you go. See, it's flat. And then you just kind of crack around the edges a little bit like this, kind of get it loosened up. And then you just peel it out. Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't think I have my comments set. I can see some people are watching, but I don't have it where I can see comments. I think I need to go to a certain setting and do that. Okay, this one is a little sticky right here. Sometimes if you're too thin on your product, it doesn't come out as good. And these are the old molds, so they're a little bit less deep. So you have to get the iron orchid from a stockist or an online approved retailer. If you're getting it from anywhere else, they are not, they may be their old style, who they used to be with, but now they manufacture it themselves. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay. Okay, now I'm going back to my iPad. I'll be back in a second here. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so fun. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stick this on. Glue. So you can take a paintbrush and turn these over, or a stick, popsicle stick. Okay. These molds do take about 24 hours to dry. If you're doing like furniture that is going to have a whole bunch of pieces on there and you need to make up a whole bunch at a time, you can put them on wax paper and put them in the freezer so they don't dry completely. Because what's nice about these is you can wrap these around curves while they're wet. And you can paint them wet, you don't have to wait. What'll happen, here's some that's dry because we were playing around with these, and they're done, okay? And they don't, if you don't go ahead and put them on your surface, they're not perfectly flat. They do shrink and they're kind of wonky. They still work. You can still put them on, but it's better to use them while they're wet. Okay, so let me get one of these stuck on here. Oh, I should have distressed this first. Let me see. Okay, so I'm just taking a wet rag to wet distress. You can do that with chalk paint. Let's just distress this a little bit because I want some of that black to show through. I'm going to my iPad. Hang on, I'll be back. Look how fun that is. And if you ever start wet distressing something and you're like, oh my gosh, I did too much, so what? Just stop, put some paint back on it, and keep going. Okay, something about wet distressing, it gets muddy looking. So you kind of want to keep a separate rag and kind of go back over it so that it's a sharper, see, watch what this does, see? Okay, now I'm going to go to my iPad and show that. So it's kind of muddy. And now it's cleaned up. Okay, I'm back. Even if you are not a crafty, creative person, these products help you to, once you just get going on it and you're not scared of it being perfection, you will not believe what you can think of. And what, like, I am always learning from the workshops I give. People amaze me at what they're doing. I'm like, how did they even think of that? How does everybody leave with something absolutely different when I gave them all the same products? It is so fun. And it really is good for your soul. If you are a numbers person and you're not a perfectionist, you need to do something like this because this will open up different pathways in your brain, no joke, like scientifically proven, because I read it on the internet and it's true. So, everybody needs to do something. Okay, so let's put this on. I don't know where I want to put it. This isn't really where I wanted to put it, but that's where it's going. Wait till we color this. So like I could have painted this while it was setting here. You know, instead of having to, because some people are perfectionists and they don't want to get it on this, vice versa. One thing I have noticed doing these workshops, people are really like so scared to mess up, or they really take a long time to figure out what color they want. And just go for it. Just go for it. You can do it again. You can do some more. So, okay, sorry, went up to my iPad. All right. So, where do I want to put this? So this brand really dries fast and it doesn't slide down. If you use a wood glue or an Elmer's glue would even work, but this will be better for outside. You might have to put painter's tape to make it stick. Okay. Do some more wet distressing. Wait till I paint this. It's going to look amazing. So who has some terracotta pots and can come, whatever that date is, I really should have looked that up before here, of Open Studio 6 to 8. Come and see me because I really want this 6 to 8 one time a month to work out. I need people to come, so it's worth my time. It's going to be cute. Okay, let's make a little something else. I think I'll just make another something. I don't know what I want to do. Let's do this one. Roll it up a little bit. I just sold some amazing corbels to somebody that's going to use them to put their farmhouse looking vent up over their stove. Oh my goodness. I love those corbels and I can't believe they were still here because it was a good price compared to, I mean, the corbels are expensive if you ever tried to buy any of those. This new improved IOD molds are amazing. This scrapes off so much better with that little ridge that they've added. And you can just tell they're just, like this is the old and this is the new. So they're bigger, they're just improved. Okay, so again, you just crack it out. I'm gonna crack the edges out a little bit. Just do some cracking. And just roll it out. Hello.
I need some more paint.
You mean that paint? You used all that paint?
Yeah, I have like, I don't need a whole lot, I just need a smaller can.
Okay.
But
All right.